can't believe you two took that raving lunatic seriously. What do you think this is?
Hey everybody, for lack of knowledge. And today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Super Bowl. As many of you know, on February the 5th, 2017, we're going to have Super Bowl 51. Super Bowl has become a very big event, not only in America, but around the world. This is a time where people, even in different nations, tune in to watch our American football versus their traditional football, which we would call soccer. Now, the NFL has made it a point to make this such a big event that it's become a part of our culture in our country. From the singing of the national anthem to the hilarious TV commercials that everybody tunes in to watch. I'm going to be paying attention to those, if not recording them, to even the halftime show. It is a major event. And these extra events draw as much attention as the game itself, actually. Now, a very coveted spot in Hollywood is the spot for this main performer of the halftime show, the one to get out on the field and be the headliner. And this has been something that has drawn criticism over the years because of certain selections of people. Last year, I know Beyonce did it to mixed response. And this year, Lady Gaga has been tapped to be the main performer at our halftime show performances. Now, this is an interesting selection, if you ask me, because all of this stuff about being family friendly goes back to a long time ago when Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson took the stage, center field. And then the infamous wardrobe malfunction happened. There was such a backlash from that the NFL said, all right, from now on, we're going to have family friendly entertainers and try to make sure the show is appropriate for everybody. So who in the world is making the selections for the halftime performers recently? Because Lady Gaga is light years more ridiculous than Janet Jackson could ever be. I'm being dead serious. I mean, what in the world? Lady Gaga is about the closest thing to a bride of Satan in Hollywood right now, because she openly does occultic and satanic things. I mean, she's gone past the point of just showing her allegiances to Illuminati and these occult circles. She openly embraces it and promotes it like it's nobody's business. Dead serious. She is pretty much the female equivalent of Marilyn Manson. She's just a little bit more cutesy with it, and she packages it a little more palatable for the masses. But if you look at her work, I'm not even exaggerating, you will not find one concert performance that she's had, not one music video that she's done, and not one photo shoot that she has done that she is not displaying some type of occultic or satanic or Illuminati hand gestures, themes in her backgrounds, in her costumes, in her words of her songs. I mean, she has every single base covered, hands down. She is the most thorough of the occultists in Hollywood. I'll give her that. And so this is a woman who has offended entire nations. She has literally had nations protest against her coming to their country to perform. And she has not gone to one or two countries because of that. And they've protested her because of her inappropriateness and because of her blasphemy in her music and what she does. Now, it's interesting, in America, we just embrace her with open arms and, oh yeah, Lady Gaga is going to perform, and nobody thinks about it. Maybe it's because people don't know. If you follow her music, you should know. If you don't follow it, let's take a look at her stuff. This woman has promoted everything from an entire song dedicated to how much she loves Judas versus Jesus, to having people at her concerts vomit on her as part of the performance, to always having things like crosses all over the place, even on her crotch, on the bikinis that she's wearing while she's performing, while having blood dripping off of her and doing just the absolute most psychopathic things you can think of. This woman she's a piece of work, man, mentally and spiritually. And you would think she'd get the picture when she realized that she was being tormented at night. There's articles that have come out about her not being able to sleep alone. She was scared to sleep alone as a grown woman because she said that she feels she was being haunted or tormented by the devil. And you wonder why. You know, I mean, she loves people like this Marina Abramovich, who has forced her way into the news recently and celebrity news. And she just loves her to death. But Marina Abramovich is one of the most popular occultic artists nowadays. But you go on and on about how you love her so much. And it reflects in Lady Gaga's work as well. This lady is just promoting every single bit of filth that the enemy has, hands down. We don't have to be prophetic to know, if you look at the Super Bowl this year, if you have to look at the halftime show, which I would say just turn it off. It'd be great if the ratings just dipped. It bottomed out during the halftime show, and then the ratings went back up when the game came back on. But if you have to look at it, let's look at this from a spiritual eye. The enemy has a stage now where he's going to use one of his biggest puppets to pour some type of filth on us. You can be guaranteed of that. The enemy is not going to waste an opportunity because we're at war. If you're at war with somebody, you're not going to miss a huge opportunity to strike a killing blow. The Super Bowl is going to be tuned in by so many people. This will not be passed up, especially since she hasn't passed up any opportunity at all in the past. So we don't have to be prophetic to say, look at this with open eyes and see. If you look at the halftime show, she's going to have some type of symbolism going on with her costume, with her backdrop, with her performers, with what she's saying, hand gestures and other signs. This is a good opportunity for us to actually see it as it happens and unfolds. And so then become aware of it if we aren't already. War is real. Okay. And the enemy has waged war not only on our Lord, but on his saints as well, which is all of us believers. So he waged the war on us. And I don't know if you know anyone in the military, if you're in the military yourself, but we have to have situational awareness. You cannot fight an effective war without having good reconnaissance or information about your enemy. You have to know what tactics your enemy uses, how they implement them, and what they're up to in general to be able to fight them well. If you go into any battle being blind, you can't really fight an effective war. So take this as an opportunity to see how the enemy wages war and how he moves towards us. There's going to be some video clips that I'm going to show, some other imagery and things of that nature that's going to come up in the rest of this video, because I can't address every single one of her blasphemies and her filths. It's not even possible. There was so much of it that I just couldn't touch on every single topic. But there's some really good stuff that's going to come for the rest of this video. Take a minute just to sit and look over it and just think about, this is who's going to be performing for us, our entertainer, our performer, our idol, as we would call it. She is our American Idol for those few minutes she's going to be out there on that field, and she represents us in front of the world. Does she represent us Christians? I don't think so. Hey guys, I want you to enjoy the game. Look at some of those commercials. Get a good laugh out of it. I hope your team wins. But let's not be destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Marina Abramovic in New York.
I was just speaking about her today. I am obsessed with this woman. She is so incredible.
Her question for you is, it's quite abstract. Who creates limits?
We do. We create our own limits. She is a limitless human being. She is so incredible. I went to go see her exhibit at MoMA. She is such an incredible piece of art in herself. She